Some of the data around COVID-19, and of course, prior to this, the flu, has shown us that these viruses affect the vulnerable population at a disproportionate rate. The elderly, the sick, the immunocompromised, the ones that already have some pre-existing conditions are the ones that are more susceptible to the effects and the mortality rate of these viruses. And this phenomenon, this outcome is not unlike what's happened in business. Businesses and dental practices that had pre-existing conditions, they had weak profits, they had poor cash flow, their labor was a little bit too big, right? They had too many people paying too much compensation on their team. They weren't managing their cash flow well. These pre-existing conditions, practices that went into the COVID crisis with pre-existing conditions, did not come out of them. They came out greatly reduced, or they didn't come out at all, unfortunately. And even figures and businesses that looked indestructible. Richard Branson is no longer a billionaire. He's currently trying to loan against his private Necker Island because it's the last unencumbered asset that he has. The owner of the Houston Rockets, a guy worth $5 billion, one of the 400 richest Americans, is offering 15% interest, and he's trying to raise $250 million to make it through the next few months. These huge titans and figureheads who looked too big and too successful to fail, we've seen how this storm can wipe them out. And when the tide goes out, we see who's been swimming naked here. And it's there for the world to see. So how can we stabilize and secure our practice's future to make sure when this next storm rolls in, whether it's a resurgence of the COVID-19 crisis, a recession, a stock market crash, another AIDS scare like dentistry had in the 90s. Maybe it's a SARS or a MERS like we had 10 or 12 years ago. These events are cyclical and they're going to happen again. So what do we need to do in our practice today, right now, to ensure that the next time the tide goes out, we're not standing there naked?